Is there anyone in your life you just can't stand? Well, do you love them? Can you? Should you? Jesus said, love your enemies. Good morning, and welcome to 755 Live. For about 5 minutes, you'll hear all about easy-to-remember soundbite versions of what Jesus said. And the point is to help you experience life to the fullest the Jesus way. Today's Jesus Said comes from Matthew 5:44 and 45 and Luke 6:27 through 28. And you can find a different command of Jesus every weekday at our Bible plan at bible.today.church. Let's start in Matthew, reading from the New Living Translation, where it says, "But I say, love your enemies, pray for those who persecute you. In that way, you will be acting as true children of your Father in heaven. For he gives his sunlight to both the evil and the good, and he sends rain on the just and the unjust alike." Now that's pretty clear. Jesus said, love your enemies. But our response many times is, but do you know how bad those people are? And that's a very natural response. We all have someone or a group of people that we just don't like, we don't agree with, and sometimes with good reason. But love them? Do good for them? Pray for them? I mean, do you mean those people? That person? Really? I mean, don't you know how bad they are? Well, Jesus used the Greek word agape here. That's the highest kind of love, the moral, godlike kind of love. Well, how in the world can we really do this? How can we love, those people? Well, let's ask the question, what's the opposite of love? Well, that would be hate, which leads to anger, judgment, condemnation, even disgust. Do you ever feel that for an enemy? I can hear it now, and this excuse is used a lot. Well, but Jesus got angry. He turned over the tables in the temple and drove them out with a whip. And I just have righteous indignation. Really? I mean, do we? Anger is easy. And Jesus never promised easy. If we use Jesus as an excuse to justify our anger, well, we need higher standards. I mean, yes, Jesus got angry, but he was also God in the flesh. Are you? Am I? He walked on water, raised the dead, opened blind eyes. So do those things. Then talk to me about your righteous anger. You see, Jesus died for the sins of the world too, but that's not what we're supposed to do. So just saying that we can get angry because Jesus got angry in the temple is not really true. We need to take up our cross to deny ourselves, to die to self. And we're told in James 1, anger does not produce the righteousness God desires. If human anger doesn't produce what God wants, what does produce that? Well, it's obedience. So if Jesus said we should do it, then that's not an option. It's our job. It's our identity. In order to really love our enemies, we have to actually love them. And it starts with denying ourselves and our own emotions and even letting anger go. And in our culture today, anger just seems to be everywhere. It just seems like everybody is so angry. But disciples of Jesus live by a higher standard, by the rules of a heavenly kingdom. And if we only love those we like or those that are like us, if we only pray for and do good for those who we like, if we only bless who we like, then we aren't like Jesus at all. We're just like everybody else. Jesus said, love your enemies. Be different. Let go of anger and judgment of others. If we should be angry and disgusted at anything, it should be our own sin, our own faults and failures. Jesus died for us anyway, in spite of our sin. Shouldn't we live for him and love like he said to love? So ask yourself the question, who can I love today who isn't on my side? Jesus said, love your enemies. How can you put that into action today? Thank you so much for listening. If this is meaningful to you, it really does mean a lot. If you like it, if you share it, if you comment, I really appreciate you. I hope that you have an amazing day. And I hope this time together has helped you live life to the fullest, the Jesus way. And remember, follow Jesus today. Love first.